Okay, we're going to continue now with one of the big reasons, there's many, but one of the big reasons that I feel 1959 was a revolutionary year for jazz. And that's because a subgenre of jazz, free jazz or avant-garde of the 60s and 70s, started to become more prevalent. And a gentleman by the name, alto saxophonist by the name of Ornette Coleman, was at the forefront of this. Yeah, Ornette. Yeah. He's actually Anthony's
I don't know.
Great-grandfather? Yeah. Same last name, yeah. They're related. Hey, they're both extremely talented. Other guys like Cecil Taylor and Albert Eiler were also pioneers. You related to any of them, Anthony?
Sure. All of them.
Okay, so with now the thing about free jazz is very subjective. Some people love it, others find it very difficult. And like with anything, I think the more you listen to something, the more we become familiar with something, the more we start to appreciate it. I'm reminded of a CD I had of Arnold Schoenberg's 5 orchestral works, or short works for orchestra. I can't remember what it's called. And on the front cover, speaking of front covers, there was a picture of a dog with its head tilted in front of one of those old gramophone record players, because it's just like, what's going on, But and that's how I felt when I first heard that highly chromatic and complex music. But after repeated listening, I started to appreciate the beauty in it. And just with free jazz, there's much less predetermined. So sometimes there's no key center. Sometimes there's no chords, sometimes there's not even a melody or a tempo. The guys just start playing, and I admire that so much, because you just depend on your ears and you have to react and be spontaneous and in the moment and make music with what one another is giving each other. So Ornette recorded The Shape of Jazz to Come in 1959 for Atlantic Records. The producer was Nasui Erdogan. Him and his brother Emmett, I think, were the record. They started that Atlantic Records. And it sold about 25,000 copies that year, which was pretty good for a relatively unknown jazz artist. And it was enough, in fact, to kind of launch his career. He got his first residency performing at the famed institution, the Five Spot Jazz Club. Very important jazz club in the Bowery neighborhood of Manhattan, where John Coltrane and Thelonious Monk formed a really important collaboration, where writers like Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac used to hang out, and artists like William de Kooning and Franz Klein would also gather. And actually, for Ornette's band's debut, I know I'm going on a bit, but this is important, Leonard Bernstein was there, along with Coltrane, who pays huge tribute to Coleman. Ornette Coleman, not Anthony Coleman. He would Anthony Coleman too, but...
I thought you were talking about me, bro. Like, I got excited.
So, pretty much the anthem for free jazz is a song on that The Shape of Jazz to Come record, and it's called Lonely Woman, and that's what we're going to play for you now.